Two iconic laptops. Two visions of creativity and power. MacBook Pro versus Surface Laptop Studio. Which one truly delivers in 2025? On the left, the blazing fast, iconic MacBook Pro. And on the right, the versatile, creative, convertible Surface Laptop Studio. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to what actually matters. Each category scores points. And by the end, you'll see exactly which laptop comes out on top. The winner might just surprise you. Let me show you the roadmap here. Here's everything we're going to compare. Price and configurations, performance, design and form factor, display, battery life, ports and connectivity, input and usability, and ecosystem and experience. So, buckle up. Let's roll through it one by one. All right, first up, price and configurations. Both machines start at about $1,999, so same ballpark, right? For the MacBook Pro, you get a ton of options, like wild upgrades up to 96 gigabytes of RAM and, no joke, 8 terabytes of SSD. But yeah, those top configs, your wallet is going to scream. Surface Laptop Studio also gives you decent upgrades, like a beefy RTX 4060 and up to 64 gigabytes RAM. But here's the catch. The max SSD is just 2 terabytes, which feels a bit tight compared to the MacBook. Both can get pricey at the top end. So honestly, I'm calling this a tie for price and config. Let's talk performance. MacBook Pro is rocking those M2 Pro and Max chips, and wow, you feel it. They're way ahead of the equivalent Intel CPUs in creative stuff, like Final Cut or heavy Photoshop work. This thing is a beast for pros. Not a gaming rig, though. Surface Laptop Studio fires back with a discrete NVIDIA RTX 4060 GPU, which is awesome if you're into graphics or some light gaming. It's still fast, but real talk, the Intel processors just aren't as efficient as Apple Silicon, and kind of lag in those raw numbers. So, MacBook Pro takes the crown for speed and performance. Design and form factor, people. Okay, the MacBook Pro. Classic aluminum, slim, light, the usual Apple look. But here's the deal. It's just a clamshell. If you love tradition, great. The Surface Laptop Studio, though, this is where it gets wild. You get 3 modes: laptop, tablet, and studio, all thanks to that weirdly satisfying hinge. Plus, touchscreen and stylus-friendly. But like, heads up, it's chunkier and a bit heavier. Still, for versatility, Surface Studio totally wins here. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know the Surface Laptop Studio's funky hinge lets you flip between laptop, stage, and studio modes? If you're into digital art, it's basically turning your laptop into a full-blown canvas. Like, how is that not fun? Now on to display. MacBook Pro's Liquid Retina XDR. Super sharp, killer color, and crazy bright. Everything looks gorgeous, but there's a brooding cloud, only 60 hertz, and nope, no touch. Surface Laptop Studio flexes with a 14.4-inch PixelSense touchscreen, buttery smooth 120 Hz refresh for UHD and pen stuff, and brightness amped up to 600 nits. It's awesome for artists and anyone who loves touch. Pixel density's slightly lower, but most folks won't even notice. Surface Studio's display just feels more modern and versatile, so it pulls ahead. Let's chat battery life. MacBook Pro with Apple Silicon? Seriously, you get all-day battery, often more than what's on the box. It only dips if you're absolutely crushing it with heavy workloads. Surface Laptop Studio claims 16 to 19 hours, but it's more like 12 to 13 if you're using the discrete GPU or multitasking. Not bad at all for a Windows laptop, but yeah, the GPU drains it. MacBook Pro keeps its lead here. On to ports and connectivity. MacBook Pro, all USB-C, Thunderbolt, HDMI, MagSafe, SDXC, super future-proof, latest Wi-Fi and Bluetooth too. Only bummer? Missing USB-A. Surface Laptop Studio comes in with a nice mix, including USB-A, microSD, Thunderbolt, and a headphone jack. So, thank you. Latest connectivity here too, though fewer Thunderbolt ports than the MacBook. For overall flexibility, MacBook Pro edges this one out. Input and usability time. MacBook Pro's Magic Keyboard and trackpad. Honestly, probably the best tactile typing and trackpad experience out there, but no touch. No stylus. Surface Laptop Studio, giant leap. You get a touchscreen, full pen input, and those convertible modes. Drawing, annotating, media stuff. It's perfect. Tablet mode is kind of heavy to hold for long, but as an art station, it's epic. That creativity play gives Surface Studio the win. Ecosystem and experience. And, okay, MacBook nails this. If you're in the Apple world, iPhone, iPad, watch, everything just syncs. AirDrop, handoff, even using your iPhone camera on your Mac. Downside, you're locked deep in the Apple ecosystem. Surface Laptop Studio works well with Windows and Surface devices, but there's just not the same level of, magic. So Apple's MacBook Pro wins this round comfortably. If you stack everything side by side, from price and power to input, display, and the whole ecosystem, honestly, you see MacBook Pro dominating on speed, battery, and every Apple-y thing out there. Surface Studio is all about versatility. Seriously, tablet mode, drawing, that hinge, it's the creative pick. So here's my take. If you're a power user or just live inside the Apple ecosystem, the MacBook Pro is the top dog. Super fast, battery for days, and feels premium all around. But if you're an artist, a stylus junkie, or just really want convertible cool features, Surface Laptop Studio 2 is where you want to be. Each has their quirks, but you know what? You can't really go wrong. If this helped you figure it out, stick around for more deep dives and pro tips. Seriously, subscribe so you never miss another showdown like this.